The story begins with Rose, a young woman fluent in both Chinese and Korean. She works as a translator for meetings between China and Korea. After finishing her work one day, she gets a call from a man named Sandy, who tells her they've finally found the man they've been searching for over the past 10 years. Hearing this, Rose rushes out, and the story moves into a flashback from 10 years ago. Sam, an employee at an insurance company, is introduced. His job is to recover overdue payments from clients. His assistant Sandy accompanies him. One day, they visit a woman who hasn't paid her IMI for 2 months. The woman, Rose's mother, pleads for more time, explaining she has no valuables and her husband passed away. She promises to pay all dues next month. Sam refuses and, against her wishes, takes young Rose as collateral, saying she'll be returned once the debt is paid. Rose's mother is devastated and desperately tries to arrange the money. She visits the garage where her husband once worked, hoping to claim any owed wages. The owner, however, reveals that her husband didn't die but ran away with another woman, leaving her and Rose behind. He refuses to lend her money and threatens to report her to immigration, knowing she's living in Korea illegally. Desperate, she calls her uncle for help, but before she can get his aid, the police arrest her based on the garage owner's complaint. Meanwhile, Sam grows concerned when Rose's mother doesn't return. He takes Rose back to her neighborhood, only for her to escape from the car. She runs home, only to find her mother gone. Sam searches for Rose's mother and eventually discovers her in an immigration detention center. She hands Sam her uncle's contact information, asking him to give Rose to her uncle if she cannot return. Sam finds Rose wandering the streets, crying for her mother. He lies, saying her mother has returned to China and won't come back. Rose, heartbroken, reluctantly stays with Sam. He tries to cheer her up by buying her new clothes and toys, and over time they bond. Rose sees Sam as a father figure, and Sam begins to care for her deeply, feeling like she's his own daughter. The day arrives when Rose's uncle comes to take her. Although Rose resists, Sam has no choice but to let her go. He gives her a CD player as a parting gift, knowing she loves music. After Rose leaves, Sam finds himself deeply missing her. He tries to contact her through her uncle, but the uncle always makes excuses. Suspicious, Sam tracks down the uncle and forces him to reveal the truth he sold Rose to a broker. Sam is devastated and starts searching for Rose. He finally finds her working in a nightclub under harsh conditions. Rose manages to call Sam, telling him where she is. Sam arrives at the club, sees Rose, and breaks down in tears. He confronts the club owner, offering to pay whatever amount she paid for Rose. The next day, Sam sells his car to gather the money and brings Rose back home. Sam wants to enroll Rose in school, but the school requires her to be officially adopted by a Korean citizen. Sam adopts her, making her his legal daughter. Years pass, and Rose grows up to be a bright, successful student. Sam is proud of her, and they share a strong bond. One day, Sam learns that Rose's mother, who had been deported to China, is gravely ill. She wishes to see Rose one last time. Sam takes Rose to China, where she reunites with her mother. Her mother thanks Sam for raising Rose so well and reveals that Rose's father is still alive in Korea. She requests Sam to help Rose meet him. Though shocked, Sam agrees, as he only wants Rose's happiness. Back in Korea, Sam finds Rose's father and arranges for them to meet. Rose meets her father but later calls Sam, telling him that no one else can replace him as her true father. Overwhelmed with joy, Sam heads out to meet her. However, on his way he suffers a stroke and crashes his bike. His declining health, ignored for years, finally takes its toll. Months pass without any news of Sam. The story returns to the present, where Sandy calls Rose, saying they've found Sam. She rushes to meet him and finds him in a mental hospital. The doctor explains that Sam has lost his memory and can no longer recognize anyone. His condition could have been prevented if he had sought treatment earlier. Rose sits beside Sam, holding his hand, tears streaming down her face, determined to stay by his side and care for him, just as he had cared for her